Alright, what's up, guys? We have a really crazy unboxing that we're going to start right now. First of all, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look down there, make sure that you are subscribed, please. And follow me on Instagram, too, duties_daggers. This is probably the most talked about new release that I can remember. I haven't been in the knife collecting game for too long, but this is the most infamous knife to come out that I can remember, period. Hotly debated. People love it. People hate it. I'm really happy to get a chance to have this one on my desk because it's quite expensive. And yeah, it's quite expensive. So I'm really happy that this was sent to me, lent to me. I'm borrowing it to look at it, to show you guys. Oh, I can't wait. I've seriously been wanting to get my hands on this, obviously since it came out. But it's been a while. Really been wanting to. Didn't know if I would. Oh, look at that, folks. I think you probably already know what we're dealing with here. There you go. Narrows. Benchmade Narrows. Holy crap-oly. It's a light box. Alright. So, let's get it out first, and then we'll kind of go into the whole debate over the knife. If you follow the knife community, if you're in the knife community, at least sort of regularly, you will already know the deal. But I'll go over it briefly for those of you that don't know why this is such a hotly debated knife. Here we go. The Benchmade Narrows. You can see why it is named Narrows. It is extremely narrow. It is very, very, very thin. Possibly the thinnest knife I have ever seen or held. Very, very thin. Let's get the blade out. Alright, I have lots of thoughts already. But let me wipe the blade off here, and then let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about this. So the reason this knife is so controversial is really the price. Now, when this came out, the first time I saw it was in, I think it was Blade HQ or Knife Center's coverage of Blade Show in Atlanta. Or maybe it was, no, I think it was Texas, actually, when they first unveiled the price of this. So I was watching the Knife Center's video, or maybe it was Blade HQ, who knows. Watching their video, talking with the Blade HQ, or with the Benchmade representative, and they were looking at the knife. The representative said it's going to be $600. That blew my mind as soon as I heard it. I even made a video about that video because everyone was just so shocked at not only the price of this, but the prices all around. It was really during that Blade show that they announced the prices of these new knives they had coming out, and the prices were astronomical. There are... Okay, well, we'll get into that in a second. So, that was the first time I heard the price. Then when it finally came out, now I just looked at Blade HQ, Knife Center, and I think REI, and they're $522 now. So I don't know. That was if 600 was just what they estimated it was going to be. Whatever the case, it's $522 now. That is a lot of money, and in my opinion, and in a lot of knife collectors' opinions, way too much for this knife as far as what you're getting. Now, I have paid around $500 for a knife before. Not very often, only let's see, I think only once, maybe twice. So I'm not opposed to paying that much. It's not the price itself. It's what you're getting for that price. In this case, does not seem anywhere close to a justifiable price. Anywhere close. So let's look at the knife here. We have titanium scales that have like weight relief pockets on the outside for some reason. Kind of look like there was supposed to be inlays in there and they just forgot to put them in or something. And then those pockets are mirrored on the inside where they are it's the same pockets, but they're just deeper, a little bit deeper. So a lot of milling on these titanium scales. So they're super thin and there's a lot of milling. So this knife feels, if I didn't know it was titanium and I didn't know this was the Narrows, I would guess this was like FRN or something, just judging by the weight of it. It is super duper light. Can I flex the scales? Yeah, a little bit. Definitely not as much as FRN, but I can definitely squeeze them a little bit. We have an M390 blade, which that doesn't make any sense either. We have the Benchmade website printed on the blade, benchmade.com/patents. No clue why they felt the need to do that. That almost bothers me more than anything else here, to be honest with you. Why in the fuck would they put their website on their knife blade? Unbelievably stupid. It's like, is anyone wondering what the Benchmade website is? Pretty self-explanatory. So we have titanium hardware that's anodized blue. At least I think it's titanium hardware. Let's see. No. No, it is steel hardware. A steel pocket clip. Not even a titanium pocket clip, dude. Holy shit. Steel pivot. Wow. I thought it would at least have titanium hardware and clip, but no. Stainless steel that's anodized blue. Is the thumb studs titanium? Nope. Wow. It's the standard. It's the same clip that's on the bug out. On a $522 knife. It's the same clip that's on the bug out. I do really like the clip, though. I like how short it is. It works really well. But, come on. Why would they not put a nicer clip on this knife? I have no idea. Now, I'm going to try to find some positives in this knife, okay? I'm going to try to forget about the price for a second. And just try to, just as a knife, if I can try to put the $522 out of my mind completely, what do I think of this as a knife? I don't like it. I absolutely hate it. It sucks ass. Who out there is saying we need our knives to be thinner? You know? Who? Maybe there's a few people, like maybe backpackers that are really weight conscious, but you can get this. You can get the bug out. The bug out would be way better option for that. Probably even lighter than this. Way cheaper. Why is nobody's saying our knives are too thick? You know? Apparently they've redesigned the axis lock to accommodate these very thin scales. It looks like there is not the... I don't see the classic Omega spring in there. It looks like it's a smaller version of it. You can see it's kind of wrapped around this post right here. Whatever spring it is wrapped around that. And then that connects to the axis lock bars. Essentially it's the same thing. They're using a different spring on it, it looks like. The tabs are... Yeah, they're fine. I was going to say they're a little small. But I don't know. They are kind of grippy. They kind of slant up that way, so it kind of does. If they were flat, they'd be hard to grab, but they're slanted up a bit, which I think helps. Still, they kind of feel a little small and a little slippery. The D10 is horrible, obviously. It's a crossbar lock, so I'm not going to fault it for that. No crossbar lock knife has a good D10. But this one is especially mushy. Kaiser does way better at crossbar locks than this. I mean, I can flip it if I just try. But it's very, very easy to fail it. I do like that, it's a nice slicey blade. That's cool. But why does the handle need to be super thin, too? It just makes it super uncomfortable. I mean, holy crap, man, this is uncomfortable. Super, super uncomfortable, man. It's like hanging on to just one piece of scale, Gosh. Let's see what the blade stock thickness is. I'm wondering if it's thinner than a TRM. 0.08. I think that's exactly the same as a TRM. Let me see. TRM is 0.09. So very slightly thinner than a TRM. That's not going to be noticeable at all. So at least it's a nice slicey blade, but man, I wouldn't want to be hanging onto this knife for an extended period of time at all. At all. It is not comfortable. No choke up spot. The plunge grind is awful. I mean, I guess you have you could probably get one sharpening out of it, maybe two. But see that line right here? Let's see, what could I point with? See that line right here? That's where it's starting to get thick, where the plunge grind starts. And so that's right there. So that's that little bit that you have left to sharpen out before it starts getting thick up in here. So that kind of sucks. They could have done that way better. What else? Let's check the lockup. Pretty solid. Okay, here's a good thing I can find about it. It has solid lockup with a very free swinging blade. That's not usually the case with Benchmades, in my experience. But it's on Wait, is it on bearings? It is on bearings. So that's kind of cheating a little bit. Yeah, that's kind of cheating because on other Benchmades that are on washers, you always have a little bit of blade play if you want to have fall shut action with their crossbar lock, with their axis lock. Since this is on bearings, yeah, it is on bearings. That's not really, that's easy to do. So, whatever. Centering is perfect. Yep, perfect. What a piece of garbage. What an absolute piece of garbage. I'm being completely honest here. I wouldn't pay $100 for this thing. I don't like it. Not only is it just outrageously expensive, but I just don't like it. I like nothing about it. Let's do some size comparisons. How about the Jersey? The Nick Riggy Jersey. The Kaiser Veritas. We'll get out the Atom again. The Adams is a similarly sized knife. Definitely some similarities here. Light years better. Light years better. It's still a very thin, it's a very thin knife compared to a lot of other knives this size. But the scales are contoured and they're thick enough to where you still feel like you get a really nice grip on this thing. the way the handle's shaped. You know, the contouring helps a lot. And we still have a super duper slicey blade. So I would choose the Atom every single time over the Narrows, even if it cost me $100. The handle is actually uncomfortable. The way it kind of comes down like this, it feels really weird. It feels very, very weird. Let's see, what else? Let's do some Spydercos. Let's see. Let's do Mannix 2. Native 5. Here's a thickness comparison. Let's do here's a way better axis lock, the Kaiser Drop Bear. Look how that thing flies out. This knife sucks. Why didn't they use like a better blade steel, you know? I was actually kind of impressed. They, you know, even though their prices were astronomical, they started using some MagnaCut and some other more interesting things recently. Why didn't they use some of that? Instead, they had to use some M390, which, whatever, it's fine. But you would have thought this is like their new innovative, cool, expensive knife. You'd think they would use something more exotic on it. Yeah, I really can't. I can't think of anything positive to say here. Really, really can't. Is the edge? Oh, that's very sharp. Okay, that's good. Let's see what we got as far as thickness behind the edge. Maybe that could be something that's positive. It's thin blade stock, so 15 thousandths. It's a little thicker up here, 19 thousandths. Tip, 19 thousandths. That's fine. I think that's right around the same as an Atom. Let's see. Atom's a little thicker, actually. Yeah. It's actually about the same, about 20. 23 back in here. Alright. I might do a full review on it, but I kind of already just covered everything I really wanted to. Hi, Floki. I know, we're going to go soon. Floki jumped up here. Hi, buddy. We're going to walk soon, okay? I don't know. If I think of anything more to say, if I come up with some kind of redeeming quality, maybe I'll do another video. I don't think I will. This thing's a pile of trash. I hate it. It's an expensive pile of trash too, man. Jeez. I mean, honestly, if you're a super Benchmade fan, and there's nothing wrong with that, it's just not my personal taste. But if you are, that's fine. But even if you are, you have to be saying to yourself, what is going on here, right? I think if you're a Benchmade fan and you are 100% honest with yourself, you have to look at this and say, what is this? Why did they do this? It is super light, you know. It's super light. Alright, that's it. Love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.